I'm trying this new thing where I would blog or vlog on YouTube um, and just blurt out anything that I have in mind. For some reason, I'm off the belief that no one's gonna see this, but I'm sure at some point someone will see this and watch this video. And hopefully at that point, I'll be in a much better place in life that I'd be thoroughly embarrassed. Because at the moment, I kind of don't care. So I'm putting this online. Um, and really, it's the aim of this is to get better at talking on video because I'm so shit at it. And at the moment, I am eating this peanut butter sludge, which is made out of PB2. I am on a cut at the moment, so it is very important to note that this thing only has 90 calories, which is amazing. And it's really, really good. Peanut butter is one of my favorite things in the world. And I am so glad that God, in his divine wisdom, chose to create peanuts. And in his divine creation and in his divine wisdom, decided to create humans who millions of years later figured out a way to take away the fat from said peanuts, but retain the flavor into a powderized format or powder format so that you can literally add water, mix it up a little bit, and voila, peanut butter. It's pretty good. I just feel like I'm fat at the moment. I ate so much yesterday. Yeah, I've like completely like filled out. I need to, I don't know if it's like water retention or whatever, but I've definitely like gained weight. Speak about the concept or the topic of curation, and specifically it's about curating your life and the people around you. I have been so deliberate with curating people from my life over the last, I'd say, decade. And that's been an ongoing theme for a little while. But the way I've approached it, curation though, is from a perspective of deletion. So I am very quick to delete people from my life who cause me drama. So if I sense that you're the sort of person who brings drama with you, you're not even gonna be let in. You're not welcome in my life. Like, no, like there is no space for you. I would talk to you from afar. Yes, I say that with like brutal honesty, yet with a lot of love, because I love myself and respect myself too much to expose myself to that sort of energy. And I really don't want to be dragged down. What I haven't been doing though is curating to the effect of raising the bar in my life. So I haven't been deliberate with creating connections that would uplift the level of my life, uplift the standards that I have for myself. Last year though, that I did make a bit of an effort around that. So I thought I knew that Kyle and I would get along, but I didn't know that him and I would actually get along like really, really well. So he's part of that fold, and he's definitely, I guess, a good pace setter from a perspective of fitness and bodybuilding and getting his shit right in terms of training. And as some of you know, training is a big part of my life, and it's the physical manifestation of how I want my brain to be. And I feel like my body has gone a little bit more advanced. It's at a different level compared to what it was 10 years ago. But my brain and the way I think is still playing catch up. And there's so much room for opportunity. And ditto with my body, like it's never gonna stop. It's a continuous improvement process that I don't see stopping at any point in time. The only halt that I see is death, and I think that's still pretty far away. I have an ambition of impacting a billion lives, being a bodybuilder, and being a leading, remarkable social entrepreneur. And for those either aspects, the social entrepreneur side as well as the billionaire side, I don't have anyone in my life that would set the pace around those two things. So I'm on the hunt for that. So if you happen to be that sort of person, come and reach out to me. I am an okay conversationalist. I can make you some of this peanut butter sludge. We could be friends. I have a movie voucher in, it's like somewhere in my drawer, and I could take you out to a movie, and I could shout you coffee. I think it's a win-win deal. You get a friend, get a new friend such as me. I can probably teach you a thing or two in training, pass on some of the knowledge I learned from Kyle. If you own a software company or any form of business, I can teach you Agile because I'm an Agile coach. I'm a certified Scrum Master. So I can teach you some of those principles and frameworks to improve the way you run a business. So I can give you some value in exchange for literally an hour a month of just being in the same space as you, breathing the same sort of air. This peanut butter is incredible. I could eat this all day. Wow. This is amazing. Yeah, so that's that. Finances. I also realized that I'm not surrounded by people who are strong pace setters from a finance perspective. When I used to go out clubbing, the people who I hung around with were broke. So I was always kind of broke. Like I probably earned the most amount of money amongst all my friends. And if I look at my repertoire of friends at the moment, I'm probably one of the highest earners in there. And I definitely think that I need to hang around people who have more money than I do, because it creates a fire in me to be at that level or even be at a higher level than they are. Not from a competitive standpoint, or maybe it is. It's like so innate in me. But I don't know, it'll just really inspire me to live at a different level in my life from a financial perspective. I have this morning made a pledge to me that I would only be paying myself $10 a day from my savings account into my transaction account every day. And that really is just to cover the cost of transport to and from work. I also found myself fiddling with, I don't like cash, but in my little wallet, I found a $20 note and a $10 note. And I folded both of them into these little paper airplanes, which I will show you right now. And and the reason why I chose paper airplanes, one, I love paper airplanes. I love airplanes. I love paper airplanes. I've even got a tattoo of like a paper airplane. But for me, like the significance of this is that I really think that this year is the year where I shall take off from a financial perspective. I was having a conversation with a friend about it today, that my financial decisions in the past have been so stupid. So I leased a car, which was all well and good, but it was just a waste of money. Like I spent thousands of dollars, maybe like 30, 40 grand with no asset at the end, which is an absolute catastrophe of the way to spend money. So these are the paper airplanes. I've got a red and blue, $10 note, $20 note. I'm from Australia, even though I don't sound like them. And yeah, anyway, this is super symbolic of where or how I want to be from a financial perspective. Like, I want to have red and blue money, lots of it, but get there in a way that's simple, in a way that is minimal, i.e. paper airplane. So that's like the significance of that. And there is a flight that I need to get to. And I know that airplanes come up and down, but when that airplane comes down, I want it to multiply. And I want to really pass on a, not just treasure, but a strong legacy of treasure, of the right type of thinking, a platform, and effectively an empire to my kids. Not to rule, and empire is such a strong word because empires kind of relate back to, say, like the Roman Empire, which accumulated power just to simply conquer the world, and that's not my intent. The thought of this empire, or the thought behind this empire, the intent behind it, is definitely to conquer the world, but to do it from a perspective of bringing so much light, so much love, and so much generosity into the fabric of the human condition. And that's such, hey Google, turn the light on. And that's such a lofty goal, and it's a moonshot for me, but you know what? I'm gonna try anyway. I'm gonna try it. I'm gonna die trying. I'm gonna keep trying to do that. And at this point, it may be impossible, and it probably is, but I'm gonna have to keep convincing myself that it isn't. And it's a daily battle. It's a daily conversation, daily type of coaching that I have with myself to really push myself to the next level, because no one's gonna do it for me. I'm gonna have to do it for me. Yes, therapy and having a coach and counselors would help, and I'm seeking a coach as well, by the way, an awesome like executive coach who can really bring me to the next level. But like, I need to do this for myself. I need to have the capacity, the ability to really set the pace for the way I think, because no one can read my thoughts apart from me. I know what I'm thinking. I know how I think, and I need to get sharper at being mindful about the way I think and the patterns that I operate in, because the pattern that got me here today is not going to be the same pattern that gets me to where I need to be tomorrow, or more importantly, where the people I need to serve tomorrow need me to be. And I need to be at a much higher, a much different level from the present. I feel like I'm rambling, and seem to be conscious that someone might actually find this video, but highly unlikely.